Hey guys! Okay, welcome to Kekdot Devlog episode 4. We are going to do a lot in this episode. We're going to be building the entire map for our Plaza. And while building that, we're gonna map out all the separate mini games that we're gonna be working on. We're gonna map out all the separate functionality like a condo system and for instance a shopping system and all those type of stuff. I think this is gonna take us a good 8 hours today to fully block out the world, and then I will walk you through each and every individual component of the world. So like every shop, every mini game, every area and all the cool features. But first, let's go grab a coffee.
Thank you!
Iced latte with 2 vanilla shots, yeah?
Matcha latte
With
with 1 vanilla shot.
Hey guys, and always remember to
Like and subscribe, guys.
like and subscribe. So we have arrived at the bakery.
It's pretty sick, eh? We used to do that as well, but with actual engines, remember?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm back from getting a coffee and we also grabbed a sandwich. Now it's just time for me to get behind my desk, start blocking out this map. I already had a super simple setup, so I realized the skybox. I also already put the center of the plaza together with 3 little shops, one big like coffee place which has arcade machines in it, and from here on we're just gonna be walking you step by step through the entire world. So let's look at my reference image. I drew out the sketch before, which you saw in one of the previous videos that we uploaded, and now it's just time to go block it out, and let's hop right into this video. Oh, and check out the Pokemon collection we got. So we got a trainer card, Machamp first edition. Oh, here we got a, what's this called? Charmander?
Oh, Charmander.
Oh no, Charizard.
Charizard first
Just
edition.
kidding. We actually do have a Charizard, Dark Charizard. Ever expanding, guys, it's never expanding.
Okay guys, so welcome to the Plaza. Let's take a look at our first shop here. So we're gonna have a lot of cool shops in the Plaza, and they're all gonna have their own like custom basically items that you can get there. So we're not sure what we're gonna put into these shops yet, but you can actually go into them. So as you look at this big one, that shop would probably fit like 7 to 8 people, and there will actually be a countertop in there with an actual like employee that can help you out and stuff. So yeah, you guys can leave in the comments what type of shops you want. We are thinking of like skateboard shops or clothing shops, stuff like that. The entire plaza will also have cool props like this to just overall make the environment cool and make it feel cozy. Okay, let's take a look at the 2 buildings that are on the right here. First we're going to take a look at the top of this building, which is going to be our RC racing game. Yes, an actual RC racing game. Let's go into this, and as you can see, this spot will hold around 7 to 8 players. There's a couple of benches here that you can sit down on, some vending machines, and just an overall cool view so that you can see what's going on. Let's take a look at our back. So this is where the actual RC racing game is going to be taking place and inside of, and it will be taking place inside of this plaza while other players are playing other games. So to play the game you enter this panel and you rent one of the cards, and that's basically how you play any of the mini games that are in the plaza. Now let's go down to the bottom where we find ourselves a little supermarket. And now you might be asking yourself, why a supermarket and what am I supposed to do here? Well, in the supermarket you can buy food, and you need food to get stamina, and stamina is what you need to play quests inside of the plaza. And these quests are completely independent of the amount of online players, so that you can do them even if no players are online, which is good for the start of the game. Now let's look at this cool custom building. So this building is going to be fully custom as well, going to be looking cool. There will be enough space to fit around 4 types of shops or perhaps an arcade. We're not sure yet, but yeah, it will just be a cool custom building. So this basically sums up our little town plaza square. Then let's head into our cool coffee shop. So here will be our coffee shop. Let's back up a little bit. So here behind the counter will actually be an employee. Here you can yet again interact. You can buy some beverages here, but you can also do quests here. And when I say quests, I'm actually talking about doing a job. So you can deliver coffee around the city to actually make money, which you can then spend in the shops. Money, money, money. Okay, so let's go up these stairs. So over here, we actually have a cool little arcade area. Arcade games will most likely be 2D, and you need to think of games like Pac-Man, but then a remake of them, or like a pinball machine. Or if you guys actually have any cool custom arcade games that you guys would like to see in the game, then just leave them down in the comments below and we will be able to actually replace them. So yeah, this space holds around 10 people, I would suggest, and yeah, that's it. Okay, let's fly out the window, do an epic 360 and look at our custom soccer field. So this soccer field is actually going to be a little bit smaller, and this is also going to be a little bit of a nature area in our map. So we're going to be putting like some grass around here, some trees. There's no matchmaking for this soccer game, so you can actually just walk into this field and play. Whenever the ball hits the goal, it will most likely just reset, and that's it. It's just some of the fun that you can have inside of this plaza. Let's fly over here to another area where we will have an epic physics interactive crane. And what I mean by that is that you can actually put your friends in this little basket here, hang them over the edge, and then one of the other players inside of the plaza will be able to control this crane left and right, and this will just give a cool feeling of height, which I like. Then over here on the left we will have our cool alleyway. This alleyway will most likely have some cool like Easter eggs basically. And then here over on the right we're going to have some cool art pieces. So these art pieces will be all over the city, and what we're actually thinking of is making statues here of our Patreon supporters. So if you want to be immortalized inside of the game, then just head over to our Patreon where there's actually a tier so that you can be immortalized in the game. How cool is that, guys? You will actually be inside of the game. Okay, let's fly over the edge here and take a look at our sky deck. So this big white thing here on the right will actually be our driving range where you can shoot your golf balls into infinity
and beyond.
Okay, this sky deck here is big and it needs to just have a cool view. So what we're thinking of is making a view of some sort of cool city in the distance, perhaps some actual dragons or like spectral animals flying in the distance. Overall, this just needs to give a good feeling of height. So if we're looking over the edge here, oh, this just needs to give a good feeling of height. And that's all that we want, because height is epic. So yeah, this overall area here will be the park on the north side of the plaza. And this is just an area where you can hang out with your friends, show off your cool clothing items, interact, chat, emote. There will be cozy areas like this under trees that have interactable ATM machines and vending machines. Also just like benches and trash cans where you can chat and just chill, because that's the whole vibes, guys. We're just trying to create a cool game that you can run in the background while perhaps doing some other work on your computer, and have this run as sort of your social hub game. So this over here will most likely be some sort of a place where fish are in. You can actually fish there, so you can get some fish there, and we're thinking of putting like cool fish like koi fish or carpers or whatever you guys would like to see. We're gonna put some fish in there, maybe cut out a hole so that you can actually look down under the map, because the whole plaza is actually a floating rock, guys. Okay, now let's take a look at our pièce de résistance. So this is going to be the condo tower. This is one of the main pieces of the map, and you're going to be able to see it from anywhere. So condo tower will not only hold condos and your friends' condos, which you can also enter, but there will most likely also be activities in there. And to get up to the condo tower, you have to get to the second level of the plaza. And to get to the second level of the plaza, this right here, this hill is going to be a cool modern looking staircase, most likely with water and some green running down beside it. And then when you're on the second floor, you can actually enter the condo tower, where you can also enter your friends' apartments and have probably also some quests inside of it or mini games. Here on the left building, that will be the actual Plaza Mall, which is big and which we're going to take a look at in just a second. And this middle building over here, we're thinking of putting a cinema in there, so like a theater. Then the second level will also have this cool overview of the entire plaza, so that you can actually find out where other online players are, to go up to them and to find some friends. If we take a look behind the town square shops here, we see that there's the entrance to the shopping mall, the bottom level entrance to the shopping mall, and also this little bike shop here. This will not only be a bike shop, this will also be just a shop where you can actually rent vehicles. So you can rent these bikes over here, or you can also actually buy the bikes over here. So there's going to be a variety of bikes. There most likely will also be a Segway that you can rent or just buy, and most likely also a golf cart or something like that you can rent or buy. So to buy them, all you have to do is just go into the shop and interact with the employee, and the shop like this will most likely also be able to fit another like 7 people or something like that, and they will just be cool, custom. Then let's take a look at the bottom entrance of the mall. So there's 3 big entrances that we're thinking of. We're gonna be editing this entire mall into having a cool storefront with cool props, maybe some television screens or advertisements hanging on the front of the mall. And when we take a look inside of the mall, we will get a good feeling of how big this space actually is. So for now, we have parked our robot game in here from Devlog episode 2. And this is just an example of how we can be putting multiple mini games in here. As you can see, the mall is so high as well, so tall, that you can actually have a second floor of the shopping mall in here. So you should think of having escalators in here, perhaps a little bit of a tycoon roller coaster type deal going on in here, which like anything else in the plaza will be interactive and just an experience on its own. Okay, so let's fly out of the mall and take a look at our southeast observation point, from which players enjoy a breathtaking view of the modern Kekdot city skylines and possibly, if lucky, catch a glimpse of one of the mythical creatures soaring through the skies, which will leave you in absolute awe of its sheer size and magnitude. Then, as you guys can see over here, we have a big piece of nothing, so we're open for ideas. If any one of you have cool ideas over here for interactive features or cool buildings or whatever, just leave it down in the comments so we be sure to integrate it in the game. Now we are coming to an end of the video, guys, so let's take a look at one of the final props that we've already made for this devlog, and that is our super cool zip line. We are thinking of making these zip lines all over the plaza, basically, just like all the other interactive items that we've talked about. We just want this to be a cool experience, a fun social hub, and so many interactions that it will blow your mind, basically. So this will sum up the video, guys. Let's fly back to Kekdot Square, where we begun. Okay, now that we're back at Town Square, guys, I just want to say thank you for watching Devlog episode 4 if you've made it this far into the video. If you enjoyed this episode, then consider giving us a like. Also consider subscribing if you haven't already. And that's all I got to say, guys. Enjoy your weekend. See you in the next episode. Bye!